My message is clear and simple. If you never ever see me again, never ever hear from me again, Zimbabwe will be liberated by you as a Zimbabwean. Nobody loves Zimbabwe more than you. You must always stand up. You must always speak. The narrative in Zimbabwe must change from here going forward. Our children must never be as afraid as we have been in the past. If we cannot cause the politician to change, then we must inspire the citizen to be bold. To our president, the message is very simple. Sir, the people demand you to inspire them. They demand you to motivate them. And they demand you to reassure them that the promise that this flag holds when this nation was delivered into your hands in 1980 is a promise that can be delivered again. The sentiment that most Zimbabweans have, and I say this with the utmost respect for the president of our country, but the sentiment that most people have is that it's time up for our government and that a new generation now needs to be allowed to take this country forward into the future that it deserves. Absolutely, I do have fears about my own safety tomorrow. And it is my hope that they will treat me with dignity as any other human being. What I am thankful for is that the citizenry in Zimbabwe has become united and speaks the same language. And so I'm thankful that the citizens of Zimbabwe are my hiding place and are the eyes and ears that at least are watching me, but also are watching each other because we are what we have for ourselves in Zimbabwe right now. We've come to a place where we realize that as citizens, we have each other to protect each other. It is very tragic that Itai Dzamara went missing for doing what I am doing and for doing what thousands of Zimbabweans are doing right now. Our hope is that he's still alive and that he can come back. But more than anything else, our thanks to Itai Dzamara is that he began a process that many people were afraid to do. And he began to scale the wall of fear, which is what I'm scaling today and what many other Zimbabweans are beginning to scale. So our thanks go to that man, and our hope is that he still lives today. Yes, I've been asked to report to the police station tomorrow, Central Police Station in Harare tomorrow, for questioning. It has not been made clear to me what I'm to be questioned about, but as a law-abiding citizen, I will be there. I think at this point, obviously, I do hope that I will not be arrested or unnecessarily detained because we do have a campaign that we're running that is not a law-breaking campaign. My hope is that the police will act within, the mandate of their duty. Well, I think at this point, what the people of Zimbabwe are looking for are a government that will be responsive and not reactive. We are looking for reassurance. We're looking for being listened to. And we're looking for answers basically to some of our everyday problems. And I think this is what our government is failing to give us at this point. I speak for the citizens of Zimbabwe. I'm an ordinary man. And when we started out this campaign, it was based on my own personal frustrations. And that's what people identified with and rallied behind the campaign. It is their campaign. This flag does not belong to Evan Mawarire. It belongs to the everyday citizen whom the politician has forgotten to represent. Well, the Zimbabwe flag is made up of colors that are on it. It's got the green, the yellow, the red, and the black as the main kind of colors in it. The green stands for the vegetation and the agricultural base of our economy. The yellow or the gold stands for the minerals that are found within the country. The red stands for the blood that was shed in the liberation struggle for Zimbabwe, and the black that is on there, stands for the majority of the people that are in the country. And I think this was part of the basis of the This Flag campaign, is that we began to look at what the colors of the flag mean and what our country looks like now. And we felt that there was a deep compromise between the promise of the flag and what our government has delivered to us as a people over the years. Yes, we do. We have outlined some very simple demands to the government, which they only have to respond to. We have, first of all, asked them to deal with three very basic things. Number one, corruption. Number two, injustice. And number three, poverty. Under corruption, we're asking them to deal decisively and without fear or favor with top government officials that are known to be corrupt. They must be fired and face the law. Under injustice, we are asking that, first of all, police brutality be stopped immediately. If someone is arrested or if someone is accused, they must be treated with dignity. We're also asking the police to stop abusing the citizens on the roads and stop using them as a fundraising mechanism, because they are everywhere on the roads and are getting money from people for flimsy excuses. And then under injustice, under poverty, excuse me, we are asking the government to not release the bond notes. Excuse me. The government has a plan where they are wanting to introduce what they call bond notes, which are a currency that they say will be equivalent to the US dollar. And of course, they're trying to do this as a way to sort out the cash crisis in Zimbabwe. And we're saying we don't want that because it will take us back to 2008. And we're also asking the government where our cash went that they're trying to replace with the bond notes.